My name is Jared Patrick, serve as the pastor here at the Bridge. I also serve as elder. I've been here since the beginning, so almost 4 years, and my wife Meredith and I planted the church back in 2020 with our kids, Caden, Carson, Presley. It's 3 kids. Just fired up about my family and this church.
Yeah, my name is Derek Watts, and I'm one of the new elders here at the Bridge Fellowship, and we were one of the founding members, my family and I, about 4 years ago.
I'm Bill Lee. My wife Karen and I were original members of the Bridge 3 years ago. She and I just celebrated our 46th wedding anniversary.
My name is Johnny Collins. I've got a wife, Genevieve. I've got 3 kids, Gray, Landon, and Emma. And we serve in Bridge Kids, and we serve as small group leaders.
I really do have a ton of memories that I just can't get out of my head. And too many, honestly, to count. But the thing that really sticks out to me most is just the fact that I get a vantage point that nobody else gets to have. And so there's a very special moment when the gospel's being presented and you know stories that are happening in the room and you see light bulbs turn on and you see the Spirit moving in the hearts of people. And not everybody gets to see that. It kind of goes further to when we have baptisms, I get to see men, women, children walk into that water, right? And I get to see friends of those who've been praying for that person for a long time, family members, parents. Those are the memories that really stick into my head. Certainly there's all kinds of stories of God's faithfulness over the last 4 years, but it's those moments that I just can't shake.
We had a 1-year birthday party in September of 2021. Huge crowd, 2 services. We baptized folks after each service. I think there was 22 people baptized after each service. And guess what? We ran out of towels. So I had to make a run to Walmart to get more towels for the baptism. So at that point, we were aware of the fact that we were really doing our own thing, but God was absolutely in control. The verses about "but God" really came into play at our 1-year anniversary party.
I would say the first time that we did baptisms at the land was a really special moment for me. I had the perspective of standing in the back, and I had one of my kids on my shoulders, but I got to see all these other families standing on the outskirts, and they had their kids on their shoulders. I felt like it was a true family moment for the Bridge.
A church is just a church, but without the people, that's what makes it. And so our hearts and desire, like it is each and every week, is to reach the hill country for the Lord. And so with the permanent building, that brings some really incredible opportunities, especially for our children's ministry, our youth ministry, and even on Sundays for worship. Just a bigger presence, a bigger opportunity to include more people on a given week that can just hear the gospel week in and week out.
One thing that we are is we're community driven, and we need to be aware of the fact that as we get bigger, we need to make sure everybody is involved, everybody is included, and nobody's left behind. And so I think that's one thing that through our Lord we have been able to do well at the Bridge so far, is to create a community of believers that depend on each other.
I think we've tried to do a good job behind the scenes of saying that the building, the land, is not the final destination. It doesn't solve everything for our church, but it does create a hub. It creates a place that we can gather routinely throughout the week. It's a place that we can set up shop for really good discipleship. I think it's a place that we can have a lot of fellowship.
All I want to see happen is a gospel movement that reaches every person of the hill country and it's carried to the ends of the earth. That's the vision. That's what I hope to see. The way that I see it fleshing itself out is we get to a place of health in a new facility that gives us sustainability to send people out to share the good news of the gospel by planting churches.
My hope and desire is to continue to love people where they're at. And there's so much going on in this world and within our community that they just need a place to belong and to feel accepted. And that's one of the biggest things that I love about the Bridge is it's very relational. And you can come on a Sunday morning, you can be greeted from the parking lot to the front door, and you walk into the worship center, I don't think there's a smile or handshake that is not provided when somebody comes in. And so it's a pretty cool place.
Within the next 3 to 5 years, one of the things that I would really hope is that the discipleship that we're able to create through a permanent facility would allow us to then go and plant other churches in a healthy way.
What punched me up about the bridge is I look at the history of the bridge. I've been honored and privileged to be here since day one, and I see how awesome it is now, and it gets better and better and better every single week. You know why? It's because we include people. It's because we love people, and we want people to be of God, not of the world. And as long as we take that seriously, it's just going to get better and better and better. So what excites me about the bridge is the past, looking forward to the future, because I can see where we were in the past. I can only imagine where we're going to be in the future.